for our area, for our viewing area, and the severe weather threat is lowering right this moment, but it's not over. We're going to see more thunderstorms develop as we are seeing right now, kind of moving over the same areas time and time again, as we see right now in Carlisle County and Ballard County, storms developing as well. We've got this storm's going to go right into the Paducah area if it continues to strengthen. So,
Crystal is in the newsroom at some point. She's trying to gather information on what happened exactly and where the damage is.
All right, because we're losing all of our warnings now. The severe weather threat at this time is diminishing, and it's going to be about another 20 minutes or so probably before we start to see everything ramp up. So I just kind of need to get an idea of what we want to be doing because.
Hey, Grant, I know Mike's on just related to you. We do have some information. We are going to get with Crystal here shortly about some information about the damage and power outages. So we are going to stay with this for the next little while.
All righty. Okay. And are they going to be coming out here? Because we're going to
go to Crystal in the newsroom here shortly. She is getting set up with the very latest information.
Okay. Because we're going to be sitting here tracking this. I want to be able to get our bearings ready to be able to see the new development. Again, right now, the severe storm threat has just exited our area. This severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for Hardin County and for Gallatin County, but the tornado threat has moved off to the north and to the east. These storms right here so far are behaving. Now, another good thing going for us is the storms right here are going over the same area, and I'm sure the atmosphere has just been stolen of a lot of moisture. It's storms like this we're going to have to watch over the next hour or so, and maybe even this storm right here near Carruthersville, because it's moving into an area that has not been contaminated by other storms.
There is some rotation with that storm just north of Carruthersville.
Right there, yeah. The atmosphere is just kind of, it's spinning everywhere, and we can see that little weak rotation that's trying to develop. So anytime these storms become mature in this type of environment today, we can get a spin up. So we're going to be watching this closely, and then I'm kind of interested in this storm as well that's headed into Fulton and Hickman counties, headed towards the Graves County area. This is between Clinton and Fulton. Again, we're not seeing any severe weather with this right now, but some strong gusty winds will be possible with this storm as it moves through the area. Now,
that new line that's developing there that you just showed, that kind of makes you nervous, doesn't it? Because it's developing in an area that has not been gone over yet, and it's.
Yeah, Wibbs, if you could bring up the tornado watch on Max 2, and we'll let let's bring up camera 2 with Wibbs and let her show where we're watching for later on this afternoon.
So there's that tornado warning. As Grant said, the threat of a tornado in that area now is out of our viewing area, but what we've got going here is in yellow. Let me move this computer quickly in our Facebook Live here as well. In the yellow, that is our new tornado watch in effect for our extreme southeastern parts of southern Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and into the Boot Heel as well. So that goes, do you know how far out that goes, Brian?
No, I didn't see a time on it.
Probably at least for the next 2 to 3 hours, I would assume. But and that tornado watch even extends further to the east, so maybe even longer than that. But we should be trimmed out of it here within the next couple of hours as these storms push through. So again, the yellow is a tornado watch. Anyone under that yellow, please do not let your guard down. You may not be under a storm right now, but we will be watching these storms, and as we've been telling you, they're just going to continue to spin, unfortunately.
So it is out until 5 o'clock, but it'll be well out of our area after 5, and it's almost as close as you get to having a PDS tornado watch. There's a very high likelihood of tornadoes in this watch, and there is a very significant outlook for strong tornadoes. Now, with that said, the best ingredients for strong tornadoes today, again, Indiana, central Kentucky, central Tennessee. But we are in the area where everything is starting quickly. We're in the area where the line of storms is starting right now. And that's why we've had these warnings, and we have had a tornado to touch down in the Paducah area and has caused some damage. Are we able to get some more information from the news department now on the Paducah tornado that occurred earlier today? Do we have that information yet? Edie?
All right, Grant, yeah, I can take it from here. We've been working the phones here in the newsroom. We've learned a lot of things about what you've been talking about. Specifically, we were very concerned about the Paducah area, so we've been making some calls. I just got off the phone not long ago with the emergency communications manager with the Paducah Police Department. Ed McManus telling us, of course, their phones are ringing off the hook. They have crews out all throughout the city and the county, of course, making sure that everyone's safe. He did tell me that they have one incident where they have a grain bin that fell on a truck. There was someone in that truck, so they were working a rescue right now. That's in the west part of McCracken County. He's also telling me that they have some homes reportedly with damage. They also have power lines that are down, also some other structures that have some damage. Also working in parts of western Paducah, the Concord area, where they've had reports of damage in that area. I have been on the phone a couple of times with the mall, with Kentucky Oaks Mall, to just see how they're doing, because we know that at one point, a couple times actually, that they were under the gun. So at one point, they told me that they were all sheltering in place, to have everyone in the hallway. And I just called back just a few minutes ago, actually talked to one of the stores. Someone answered the phone. She said they don't have power at the mall right now, and people are still sheltering just to make sure that everyone is safe. I asked her if anyone had a chance to go outside and take a peek yet, and they weren't feeling comfortable enough to do that, and I recommended that they stay there until they are given the all clear. So again, we're hearing power outages, damage reported all throughout different parts of McCracken County. Crews are on the scene, and one thing the emergency management, communications manager that is, told me to pass along to folks, if you do live in the area, just try to stay put where you are. Don't go out trying to check out the sites and what may have happened as the storm clears, because they are going to need to make sure they get those emergency crews out there to do what they need to do to make sure everyone is safe. So we will continue to work the phones. If you at home are watching and you have damage or possibly some outages to tell us about, hop on Facebook, shoot us an email, let us know so we can get that information out. If you have pictures, if that storm has now passed and you can safely go out and take some photos, go ahead and do that. You can send that to us through CNews, or Facebook is really an easy way to just shoot us a message with anything that you're seeing, and we can communicate that to our Facebook users. And of course, we're going to send it back into the studio. Our weather team, of course, has been working hard. Our entire weather team has been here all morning long tracking this severe weather, and it sounds like things are starting to die down, and that's the good news. But let's send it back in to get a full update.
Yeah, right now, Crystal, it is a little weaker across the area, but it's not going to stay that way. We're going to see more thunderstorms develop. We still have that severe thunderstorm warning out for Hardin County, parts of Gallatin County, and extreme northern Crittenden counties. And I think we have some crews that are on the way now that are going to give us some more information here shortly of what's going on with the Paducah area. And let the crews know that we have more storms headed towards the Paducah area. So let's zoom into this area that was hard hit earlier by tornado, and we've got mainly just some rain and probably some lightning as well. You can see we're not seeing much in the way of lightning with this storm, but the area that did get hit is about to get hit with rain again as they try to clean things up, unfortunately. So be aware of this, that this storm that's moving towards the area that got hit right now, it does not appear severe in our eyes on radar, so that's good news. The bad news is we just don't need any rain while we're trying to clean things up. Now, this storm near Rosebud has got a little appendage that looks a little bit interesting. It's shooting out some lightning as well. You can see this little inflow notch right here. And again, with this type of environment, there's tornado warning, there's tornado warning. Yeah, we just talked that appendage, and they just issued the tornado warning on it as well. We're seeing the possibility of a tornado developing right here in this area. Again, the storm is moving so fast that the velocity products we use that usually show that bright red and bright green sometimes don't do it justice. And we've got to kind of take a look at what's already happened and what could happen in the future as we have this curly Q right here. We've got winds going into the storm right here, winds going out of the storm. This is a new tornado warning that has been issued with a rapidly developing storm. And folks, 5 minutes ago, this storm was just a rain shower. We were not concerned with it 5 minutes ago. That's how fast this has rapidly developed. Of course, we were keeping our eyes on it, but this is rapidly developed into a rotating thunderstorm just to the south of Rosebud. Again, this is headed towards northern Livingston County, You folks that got hit just 10 minutes ago, this is headed your way again. These storms continue to train over the same area. Another tornado warning now for northern Livingston County. Northern Livingston County, Crittenden County, Hardin County, Elizabethtown. You just got through your one tornado. Now you have another tornado warning headed your way. And what's the speed we have on this storm, folks?
I have a new track for us, too, if we want to pop over here real quick.
Yes.
65 miles per hour.
65, okay.
And, yes, some of those towns that you just mentioned, here's a time with those. 10:40 in Elizabethtown, 10:47 Cave and Rock, 10:57 Shawneetown. Again, that's when this storm will move in. I know you're still dealing with some heavy rainfall, some strong winds up ahead of this storm, but that is the track of the possible tornadic storm we are tracking right now that we are seeing some signs of rotation. Nothing confirmed yet with this one, but we're going to keep our eyes on it. And again, if you are near any of these communities, I know we've been telling you this now for more than an hour as your communities keep popping up, but please stay in your safe spot. We will give you the all clear when it's okay to come out. But if you are in Shawneetown, Cave and Rock, in the Elizabethtown area, or anywhere close to that, we still want you to be in your basement. If you have one, that's great. Crank it up. We are live on our KFDS weather app as well, our news app, in case you have to step away from the television.
Now, Laura, this is our possible tornado right now crossing out of Polk County into Livingston County. Highway 137, this is the third time I've had to warn you for a tornado today. Highway 137 in northern Livingston County. We need to be in our basement. If you don't have a basement, you need to put as many walls between you and the outside by headed to that lowest floor, that interior room. Put as many walls between you and the outside so you can protect yourself from flying debris that we could have from this tornado, this radar-indicated tornado. Again, very volatile atmosphere where we're seeing the possibility of tornadoes spinning up very quickly based on all the wind energy that is in the atmosphere. And that tornado is moving into Livingston County right now in western Kentucky. You can see 135 in Livingston County. Golconda, this should stay just to your south of rotation. If you're on the south side, you want to be in your basement. You're officially in that warning in case this storm just took a jog to the left. You do definitely want to be on the safe side, but based on the current speed of this storm, it would stay just to your south. It would hit Highway 137. There's the update. Right now, there's where our possible tornado is, moving across Highway 137 right now. It's headed towards the intersection of Highway 133 and 135. Again, this is in Livingston County. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible, as we have another possible tornado moving across parts of northern Kentucky. Now, we have other storms we're watching as well. We've got storms moving towards the Graves County, Kentucky area, and we were watching another storm earlier near Caruthersville, and I want to just kind of, while we're here, we're not going to forget about this storm, but this environment, these storms blow up very rapidly, and we want to be able to keep everybody safe today in this type of environment. That storm that was near Caruthersville headed towards Tiptonville has weakened significantly. I think it is the storms out ahead of it are robbing the atmosphere. So these could be our next storms that we have to worry about, headed towards Mayfield, headed towards Fulton and Hickman, and then Murray eventually. And as we take a look at the winds inside these storms, see if there's any kinks. We don't see any kinks right now, but we do have winds coming together. That tells us these storms are growing, and this could probably, will probably turn into our next threat as we head throughout the late morning hours. These storms will be headed towards the land between the lakes and the Princeton area over the next hour or two. So these storms, this environment is very, very conducive for severe weather right here. So when these storms move east of Mayfield and towards Fairdealing and Murray, we'll be very concerned with these. Right now, our main concern is this tornado warning that we have here. That is in northern Livingston County. Again, Polk County, the circulation has now crossed the Ohio River. Polk County and the extreme eastern part of Massac County there. Massac County, this storm is out of your neck of the woods right now. This rotation is moving towards the Elizabethtown area as we speak. And you can see from different radar angles, we both have these little appendages. You've got this little hook right here from Paducah. And when we switch to Evansville, Indiana, we still have that hook, we can look at the winds, they'll be a little higher in the atmosphere. Boy, that is a tight